All right, we're back. We have the Ab, or the Isis heart, or the heart chakra, whatever you wish to call it, but we're going to call it the Ab or the Isis heart as we are going over the Aratis system and not the chakra system. Same thing, involves different energies. The color of the Ab is green. Crystals that relate with this Arat is green calcite. I'm having a hard time switching dialects here. Green calcite, green quartz, tourmaline emerald green, rose quartz, macrolite, I already said quartz green, and then jade. Yes. The metal is gold. That's why they always say you have a golden heart. All these sayings about the heart representing a color. You know, you're green, you're new, you're young. The heart is new, the heart is young. The heart's where your inner child is. The heart is the purest place. So greens, golds, anything to bring new energy, abundant energy, wealthy energy. That's where all your wealth and stuff is stored well as well, is in the heart, in the Ab. And if you remember the channel message I did, if you want to, you can go back and watch it as well. We talked a lot about the Ib, which is the Ab. So the Ib is the actual physical heart, and the Ab is the Aratis. It's the chakra, if you will. So any information that I told you all through that channeling with the Ib, how it's where all your memories are stored, it's where everything essentially is made. That is what's important to remember about the Ab. You can compare all that to it as well. And as well as the heart, the Ab is partially, which is very funny, where the subconscious is. The heart is related to the subconscious very, very much, because it's where all your beliefs start, because you can't believe something if you don't feel it. You know what I mean? So the smells to help the Ab are cypress, eucalyptus, geranium, jasmine, lavender. I can't say half these words, I'm sorry. We have rose, sandalwood, sweet orange, lang lang, and marjoram. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. Y'all see it. The planet is Venus. Not really surprised by that. You know what we mean. But Venus is very important. So anytime Venus is having her or his, really, because Venus is a masculine energy. Surprisingly, we want to say it's feminine, but its ruling signs are Venus, are Libra and Capricorn, and those are both masculine signs. Venus is actually, very funnily enough, a masculine planet, despite it being the planet of love. That's why it's also known as the planet of war. Very fun. Well, it's the planet of hell, It's hell, I should say, not war. The note is F, or 349.228 hertz. The deity for the Ab is, surprisingly, not really, Mayat, as she is the one that counterweighs the heart. Now, Anubis is the one that puts the heart on the scale, right? But Mayat is the one you weigh it against. Mayat judges the heart. Anubis only transitions the heart. And Amut eats the heart. You have to have him and he wants attention too. We love him. But that is why Mayat is the leader. She makes the 42 laws, which the 42 laws are attached to the heart. If you don't know the 42 laws, you don't know your heart space. These are all your heart default morals that you have ingrained in you. That's why when you do something wrong, you get that weird feeling in the chest area. It's to tell you, hey, you're breaking one of these spiritual laws. And it's not to condemn you, but it's to warn you, because, well, you don't want to pass away, and then have to deal with all that. The element is air, and the mantra is Yam. The affirmation is I am in the all, and the all is in me. We are one. And a very good quote to remember the Ab is, control the ego and let awaken your true self. That means control the self, control the mind. The mind is the ego. The conscious is the ego, because the conscious is what gives you that ego power to judge something, you know? So allow your heart to guide you. Your true self is your heart, not your consciousness, because your brain only can get intel, and that information it gets is from what people tell you and what people think, and then your thoughts become their thoughts instead of it being pure as with the heart. That's why I talk so much about it so much for a reason. You know, it's super important. It's why the Egyptians never took it out during mummification. It's like the heart is the only fucking thing that matters, dude. Without the heart being the funnel, the body wouldn't work. The lungs are the pumps, you know, and that's why you can have your lungs pumped and you'll be fine, but your heart needs that electromagnetic pulse, that feeling, that energy to pulse the blood, which blood is life force energy. Without blood, you die, you know. Same with oxygen, but what is oxygen? Oxygen goes through the blood system. So you know what I mean? You lose both. You lose both the masculine, which would be the blood, since it's a physical thing you can see, and then the feminine, which is the breath, because you can't, I mean, you can see your breath, but typically you can't. The reflexology is the top of the palm. And the top of the palm is basically where your fingers end. It's not the middle, but it's the first, you know, circle-ish of the palm. Let me pull up this image because I am not fully prepared, because I gotta get y'all the important information so I can tell you which hand to do reflexology to, for which one is acting up. So for the right hand, if you need consideration, you would definitely work with that with the Ib. Consideration is all about the masculine. It takes effort to be considerate. Compassion is not that hard. Compassion is a very passive thing. You get compassion very easily. In the compassion, you would massage in a circular motion, or even in a linear motion, the top of the palm. The gland is the Timo gland, and the emotion is love. The realm is the Duat realm, or the subconscious, because yes, the heart is subconscious. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about this, because you might be thinking, how is the heart linked to the subconscious? Well, wouldn't you say that you receive information from the heart rather than the crown? And I mean that because you can't feel with your crown. Your crown is for divine intuition, for divine connection, for divine communication. But where does it go once it hits the crown? Once it goes to the crown, it goes to the heart, to the purest part where it can enter. I talk about this a lot as well, but the heart is the only center where the divine can enter in and stay pure. Because if the divine enters an idea to your brain, which is why everyone says if God told you to plan, you would say no. It's because you would rationalize the plan instead of allowing yourself to gratify the feeling, the adventure through, which is, you know, why the heart is the subconscious. The heart knows the end goal, but can show the brain, the feminine, the heart knows everything. It shows the masculine, the thought consciousness, what to see and what to expect. It's all about trusting it, though, and listening to it. Foods or green fruits or vegetables, y'all know it's all about the greens. The senses are comfort, love, and sensuality. The area that the Ab Arats affects is the heart, the lungs, the upper backs, and shoulders. You got a heavy heart, you got a heavy shoulder. You got heavy hearts, you got a heavy back. You know, you're carrying too much on your back. Relieve some stuff off. You got some emotions. You know, you got to relieve it off your heart. These sayings are word plays for how to take care of yourself, and that's why I always talk so much about words. But no, like, you know what I mean? Because it's so important. Because you have all these like sayings and phrases, and you're just like, what the fuck do these mean? It's like, it means what it literally says. You take care of the heart. Take care of the heart. An underactive heart chakra causes confusion and undergiving, a lot of self-doubt, feelings of lack, even self-hate, even hate is an underactive heart chakra issue, because the heart chakra should never make you feel hate. The ab is not a hateful center. Now, if you have an overactive, you overgive, you have obsession, lust, you might be rose-colored glasses. You know what I mean? You might fall in love too easily. That's because you have an overactive heart chakra. I should just start saying ab. They want me to say heart chakra instead of ab, so I guess that's fine. We have this. If it's disconnected, you got grief. You have lust. You feel lost, and again, you feel hate. You feel disconnected. It's this energy of believing that nothing is going to work. It's this energy of everything's just kind of falling on top of each other, and I'm sitting here suffering. That involves the heart chakra. So if you are dealing with just being able to see the beauty in any situation, work with the ab, work with the heart chakra. We have, if it's connected, you got unconditional love, compassion, balance, harmony, peace, and selfless love. Now, notice how I said it when you're connected. And also, disconnected is conditional love. When you have a disconnected heart chakra, which a lot of people do, and not a lot of people pay much attention to it. I'm not going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. When someone puts a condition on love, they are not having a unblocked heart chakra. This includes you being like, yeah, but they did this, this, and that to me. You're adding a condition. Your heart chakra is disconnected. You must connect back to it. Trust me on this. I've gone through it. I've lived through it. It's no one said it's going to be easy, but it's better off for you. Trust me. So when you get these feelings of, disgust for someone, or like you just despise someone because of what they did, remember that's your heart center. Because that's how you're feeling, you know? So really work with that, especially if you're still struggling with forgiveness for certain people. Really work with the heart chakra. Meditations, frequencies, everything. Like, worry about what I'm telling you with this, because it's really going to help you. Aromatherapy, which is the scents and stuff. You can even use I forgot what it's called, but it's color therapy. I would just say color therapy because I don't remember the actual term for it. But you can use color therapy as well. You greens and pinks as well will help. But it is association with pure expression and as well destiny. Read the story of Cinderella if you need your heart chakra fixed. I'm telling you right now, because the Cinderella story is about destiny and how it cannot be taken from you, or it cannot be destroyed unless you refuse to do what you need to do. And it doesn't matter if you feel like you're doing it too late, because you will always be on time when you're on the path to death and destiny. That's why Cinderella lost track of time and then immediately ran home. She knew that the time was almost up, and she, at the right moment, did it. That's destiny for you. It's about faith and trust as well as associations with the heart. So read Cinderella, study the story of Cinderella, because it will really teach you so many beautiful things. But that is the Ab Arats, and I hope this helps you, especially because a lot of the heart center is going to be focused on working with Isis, working with Mayat will also help. Just balancing and as well as being in your feminine energy is going to really help this. So I wish you all luck. Thank you all so much. Everything's in the description. Y'all know the drill. I love you all to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. And I'll see you later.